Molweni nonke kwiindawo ezahlukahlukeneyo enikuzo. Welcome to Imibuzo Eshisayo. Welcome online friends. On today's episode, sibuza umbuzo othi, what is your definition of adulthood? Okwesibini, what is one thing or more things that you faced in this phase of life that left you thinking, I was never prepared for this. Nobody told me that I would possibly face something like this. Before we get into it, masijonge i-definition of what is adulthood. I-definition yethu namhlanje siyifumana ku-Encyclopedia Britannica, and it reads as follows. Adulthood is the period in the human lifespan in which full physical and intellectual maturity has been attained. Adulthood is commonly thought of as beginning at the age of 20 or 21. Middle age starts at 40, which is followed by old age at 60 years old. Now let me tell you about my definition of adulthood. My definition of adulthood is a stage in life where one has reached physical, emotional, mental, and financial maturity. It's a phase in life where we're able to take care of ourselves financially, meaning that we are working or we have a business that is able to sustain our daily needs and maybe wants. Now, when I was younger, I thought to myself that, adulthood is about having lots of fun and freedom. And I completely forgot about responsibility. And when I entered that stage of my life, when I entered into adulthood, oh boy, was I surprised that adulthood has a lot to do with irresponsibility. Yes, there's fun, yes, there's freedom, but all of this comes with a lot of responsibility. It's not just fun and freedom 24/7. No, it's not that. Responsibility is part and parcel of being an adult. And some of the things that shocked me about adulthood, firstly, are the chores. Like, adulthood has a lot of chores. So when I started to live on my own, when I eventually flew out of the nest, I was shocked. Like, you have to go to work, and then when you come back, you have chores waiting for you. Like, they are waiting for you. Nobody else but you. I was raised by my sister, right? My mom passed on when I was young. My sister raised me. And she did an excellent job. Single-handedly did a great job of raising me and did her best, to prepare me for adulthood. She wasn't strict. She wasn't too strict, but she did her best to prepare me. And so I did chores at home. But a part of me didn't understand. So whatever I don't do in the morning, it'll be waiting for me in the evening when I get back from work. So that was a shocker for me. And so I had to manage my time better. I had to do chores in the evening so that when I get up in the morning, I'm just getting ready for work. When I come back from work, sometimes I have chores, sometimes I don't. Yeah, it was tough though. And the second thing that shocked me was budgeting, like how to properly handle my finances. When I was growing up, we had e-budgeting talks with my sister where she's like, just stay out of debt. Stay out of debt, that's it. And she really didn't, like, financial literacy, it was not there. I was financially illiterate. And so I struggled because, of course, I thought that adulthood is all about fun and freedom, and I'll spend my money on clothes and food, nice food, nice clothes. Mid-month, I'm like, I don't have, it looks like I'm not going to have enough money to travel to work. What's going to happen? And oh my goodness, what is this thing called? The overdraft came in handy for me until I had to learn how to budget and live within my means, Um, Another thing that shocked me was, I had EBFF man. I thought we were going to grow all together with my best friend. And she was she was older than me, right? The first thing that shocked me is that, while I was still in high school, she was off to uni. She went to university, and we tried our best to stay close. And so my high school was not far from where she went to varsity. And so after school, she would say, hey, get me go lecture hall nabantondon, and then we'll travel home together. And we tried that for 6 months. But hey, Asana, it was hard. And then she got married, and of course it was, it was exciting stuff. It was great news, and her wedding day, it was like one of the most beautiful days, just celebrating her, And then nalapo, because now she's married, right? And I'm just still living my best life, good 20s, just doing, just being a 20-year-old, not caring much about life, not thinking about marriage. And so when she was, she wanted to talk about stuff, I would just say, okay, I'm going to listen because I know nothing about what you're going through. And she became a mom. And I was still like, yay, I'm not even thinking about kids, And so nalapo, I couldn't relate to some of the things that she was going through as a mother because, hey, what do I know? I'm not in that phase of life. And so we drifted, because she was in a different phase of her life than I was, But, when you still love and care for each other, but you just drift apart because, hey, that's life. That's part of adulthood, And yeah, like our parents, our caregivers, they did the best that they could. They did the best that they knew how to do in raising us, in trying to teach us, and preparing us for adulthood. But there are things that they couldn't, they didn't anticipate that we'll go through certain things. And yeah, we can just look back and be thankful. But as we are now adults ourselves, maybe our responsibility then is to try, as we are raising our children, try our best to prepare them, financial literacy, train them, when you are giving your children chores, hey, you're training them so that when they live by themselves, they know how to do things around the place, for themselves. Yeah, so let's just do our best. Of course, we're not going to be able to do it all. Financial literacy, let's try teaching our kids while they're young about budgeting. And it doesn't mean that everything is going to turn out perfect, but we're just doing our best to prepare them for the next phase of their lives. Yeah, I'm thankful to everybody who played a part in helping me to learn how to be a better adult. People who still help me even today in one way or another. And yeah, just thank the people who raised you, thank the people who played a part in helping you to become the adult that you are today. And please share with me what your definition is and one thing that shocked you. Until next time, stay fabulous, online friends.